He's putting me into a panic. Take it. Oh, welcome back. We were kind of heavy discussion there. Welcome back to Channel 6. This is John Wells.
And that's Dan Bathurst.
And Mark Sobczyk. There we go. Okay. I was going to try, but then I thought, it's not worth it.
Just think of the largest check you've ever written.
Oh,
and what you were doing while you were doing
it.
And while you were doing it. The teardrops on the check.
I got it. I got it. There we go. Sorry, Mark. I've never been good with names, so glad to have you.
Yeah. Glad to have you.
Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
What nationality is Sobczyk?
Pardon me?
What nationality is Sobczyk?
That's Polish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I've got my lady's Polish.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I had the worst experience of my life. I love trying to practice last names.
No.
I had a brother-in-law getting
wow.
married, and I never saw his last name until I got the wedding invitation.
Oh, nice.
And it was W-D-O-W-A-I-R-Z.
No, I'm not going there.
And you're being smart.
And I go, how do you say that, Bobby? And he says, just like it's spelled.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the show. Glad to have you with us.
Thank you very much.
And you're here representing
Marina Point Resort over in Fawnskin.
Okay. And that's a fairly new project for you. How long have you been on that?
Well, I've actually behind the doors probably about 5 to 6 years.
Okay, so not long.
Working, yeah, true. Considering that the
As all projects go in Big Bear.
Right, yeah.
and considering the developer bought it in '81.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
So, and that was Cluster Pines. It was a little RV kind of park, and it's had it that long, and then kind of been working on that project on and off for a long time.
Yeah. Now, how long have you been in real estate?
Let's see. I'm going to go back probably 13, 14 years.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Very
So,
good.
yeah.
And for folks that don't know what Marina Point is or where it is, we have a little DVD. Shay, you want to run that DVD for us, and we'll show you this, and you can tell us a little bit about where it's at.
Okay.
This is very nice, by the way. And this, if you want to see this again, it's on your website, which is
LMPR.com.
BBLMPR.com.
Right.
So you can send that out to your friends and stuff. And one of the reasons the project is where it is obviously its location. This is a spectacular place over there. Tell us a little bit about the location.
Well, the location, I think, maybe I'm a little biased on it, but when you walk on the property, you have the most beautiful views of Big Bear Valley itself, and it's unobstructed from anything because the property goes out into the lake, and you're looking at San Gorgonio, you're looking at the ski slopes, and you're looking at basically all of Big Bear Lake. So it's very unique, and I don't think there'll ever be another project like this in Big Bear. It's taken a lot of effort and a lot of push to succeed to this point of where we're at right now.
Now, has it always been zoned for? I think it's a multifamily.
It's a multifamily. There's also commercial into it now because of the marina.
And this is the levee around the marina.
Yeah, this is the levee around the marina. As we're flying over here. That'll be a 175 slip marina.
Wow.
The owners of the condos will have the opportunity to have a boat slip. It will be a working marina. There'll be probably about maybe 50 spaces available. Inside this marina, over on the left corner, as it's flying up on the top right over that corner, will be a restaurant that's the marina right there. All of the people from Big Bear can come and enjoy. It's going to be
open to the public.
It's open to the public, and it's a gated community for the condos and all the owners in there. And right over here, this is the lakefront estates, homes, estate sites. There's
there's only 10 of those, right?
There's only 10 of those.
Okay.
And as you kind of fly over here, these are where all the condos are going to be.
Now
There's 110 condos.
Okay. Now you're actually building less density than it's approved for. Am I correct?
Right. We actually changed our plans. We're actually approved. The whole project's approved. All the permits are pulled. Everything's moving forward. We decided to go with the lakeshore home sites probably back in, a little bit in last year, but into January, and we changed a little plan. Where those 10 lots are is where 49 condos would be.
Oh,
so we went down in density.
Much lesser density. Yeah,
we went down in density, and it just gives the project, a bigger push, and the lots are, expensive lots. you're going to have lots starting at $1,150,000 to $1,400,000.
Okay.
So it'll actually help the project, be a nice project.
Right.
So you can imagine our CC&Rs are 4,000 square feet and above. You guys are in real estate. You can figure out the math of, maybe a $2 million house being built there, or more. And you can actually build a bigger house. So, you can go up to, on some of the lots, you can go up to 6,000 square feet. 2 stories. It's not a 3-story,
Well, because at one time, wasn't it approved or projected that there was going to be like a high-rise project there?
Well, yeah.
Of sorts.
Yes, there was timeshare that we were looking at that could have come in to do that, but it wasn't the vision of Mr. Okavita. He's had this vision to keep it the way it is, and yes, you always get tempted by,
Sure.
hey, go this way or that
Sure.
way. But he's held the course on what he's wanted to achieve.
Okay.
Amazing man, been through a lot of stuff to move this project forward, and I'm really proud just to be involved in it.
Okay.
Now, you've dropped off 49 condos to accommodate these 10, roughly somewhere in there.
Well, what we did is we dropped off, we have 110 condos and the 10 home sites. The reason we did that is we probably dropped off maybe about 15 or 13 condos. We actually expanded the footprint just a little bit on the condos. It's 10 units per building. And so we expanded a little bit, moved them and positioned them better on the property so that almost every condo gets a view of the lake through corridors and where they're positioned. So, and we also lost a building too that was over near the restaurant on the corner. So we made that where the entrance comes into the project. We put in an ice skating rink, more parking, so that the public can come right down into the project. And it's a roundabout right where the clubhouse is.
Nice.
So we've actually opened up more area and dropped down in density just because it made more sense that the condos had better views.
Right.
And just made sure that we were using the property to its best ability.
Very nice, very nice. So it's hard to take a view property like that and block everybody's view.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, no, and some of our units are, the smaller units are 1,500 square feet, but they're up on the second floor and they're actually pushed out of the building on the backside that they can look at the lake through the corridors.
Very nice.
So we sat and we actually, all of us worked on the plans to make sure that when we get this product out, it's what the
That's
public
nice.
wants.
Nice community project.
Right.
Now, I've had the opportunity to work on some very large projects in some very small communities,
Right.
on a variety of things. And one of the things we always ran into in the planning section was there's always a contingency of folks that say, nobody wants this, but it always amazes them when we sell out.
Right.
Because there is a lot of, you don't start a project like this, and you don't have to be to the penny here. What's your construction cost on this going to be? Can you share?
I would say it's probably, I don't actually have those numbers.
You don't get that number, okay.
Well,
But it's not $1,250,000.
Oh, no. We're, I'm going to say into this probably 75 million close.
Okay.
So,
For construction costs.
Yeah. So you're going to have a lot of money put into this, and there's a lot of thought.
And you don't spend that kind of money on a whim.
No,
you do a lot of market research. What are you seeing is, who's your target market on this market?
Well, when we started, we got our pink in June, if you know what a pink report is.
Absolutely.
I'll explain
You can start
that.
taking reservations.
We can start taking reservations, and they're refundable. So we
Mhm.
wanted to see what the public wanted as far as, okay, here's a floor plan, do you like that? We even threw out the lake lots just to see if, okay, is that what the public wants?
Right.
And so it was kind of an experiment. It was amazing. I targeted a little bit of Big Bear, but I targeted the beach areas and the desert of Rancho Mirage.
That's 90% of what
Big
comes
Bear.
to Big Bear, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that was really interesting because a lot of people came from Palm Springs, Rancho Mirage, La Quinta, and my base point for a condo is $450. We were kind of hemming and hawing because of where the market was go back a year ago.
Right.
And just try to feel it out. Well, it was amazing. People came in and wrote a check and said, this is the unit I want, this is where I'm at. It happened on the, the lots too. And so it was a very, kind of, oh wow, we did, our timing is good.
Even with all the market research,
Yes.
it's still surprising when it works. isn't
Well,
it?
you sit there,
thrilling.
you hope that, it's not that you hope. Yeah, you do all your marketing and you do all that, but the product, it's still an apple, and is someone
Yes.
going to buy it?
Yes, exactly.
And so, but I mean, when you walk on the property, that's what just stops you.
Does.
If you walk out there and you get out into these areas anywhere on the property, you're just looking at the views across the lake, and you have an open lake all the way across.
Right.
So it's a very, very unique property. So the property sells itself.
Because I've got a client right now, and you run into people, and you show them something, they go, you got anything newer? Because they want the woods, they want the escape, they want the small town community, but they don't really want the cabin.
They don't want to rough it.
Yeah.
No rough
Their
it.
definition of a cabin is, something I can turn the lights on and the heat on when I leave the house, and
People with the 60-foot motorhome that are going to go camping, right?
Exactly. And so, can we talk a little bit about the reservation process? Because I'm very familiar with that. I've worked with that before, and a lot of folks, and we have a lot of realtors that tune in and watch and may not be aware of what it is, because the fear factor from a realtor point of view, I'm going to bring my client to you, register with you, and you'll explain what all this is, and then you're going to go sell them something else. So tell us first of all, what's the reservation process, and what restrictions are there, and what you can do with my client?
With your client on a pink, I can take a deposit on a condo unit. It's a $10,000 deposit. That's what we've kind of done. It goes into escrow. It's basically a one-page pink contract that states unit whatever, and what A or B or C or D of the units, and your name, and it's 100% refundable. If you want your money that goes into escrow to earn interest while it sits there, you can do that.
And when you say refundable, there's no contingencies that have to be met, nothing has to happen. I can just say,
I'm done. I woke up this morning and I had a headache over this, and I'm done. I don't want to.
Right, and you're done.
And you're done. When you get to a yellow report, it kind of changes, and we're at yellow report right now, where your money could go hard, but there's stipulations that you can get out, meaning that, you changed the floor plan, I don't like it, or you changed the CC&R rules, I don't like that. It gets a little bit tighter on the purchaser at that point. When you go to a white, which we're really close to a white, once you put the money in,
You bought it.
You bought it. So as far as a real estate agent coming in and going, Mark, I've got somebody who wants to buy a lot, I got somebody who wants to buy a condo. I do have what my fees are into the project, and they're just shared just like any other commission. So if you gentlemen brought something in and said, I got Nancy and Steve, they want a condo unit, I just sign an agreement with you. That's
It's
your
in a
client.
registry, basically, kind of like a registry
Yeah.
setup, so that
Yeah.
so we're protected if they come back later.
Yeah, no, and it's for technical things right now, I can't put it into the MLS because I don't have an APN. Right? So I can market, I can do all this, but I'm getting very close to APNs. It's just a recording of the condo map, and that's happening as we speak. So once that happens, then I can start putting in APNs, and then you can put it into the Big Bear MLS and whatever MLS, and it states commissions and the product and what it is.
Well, one of the challenges is really, I don't know your project.
Right.
I mean, I've read your blue folder.
Yes.
I've read the newspaper. I've got all this stuff. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So
In case we don't get the right answer, that's why I haven't mentioned your company yet.
but that's the challenge with any project like this. You don't know the CC&Rs. You don't know any of that.
Right.
So I can't really do my client a good service by me trying to represent the project. It's easier and safer for everybody to hand them off to you and just register with you.
At a certain point, it is. If you have a client, you register with me, you're going to be paid by me. So And when you have a project like this, and you know this.
That was the answer we've been looking for.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. Just to let you know.
what?
We're gonna pull it out again.
Yeah. Here, I'll get my wallet. It's one of this project is so large on one scale. And when you're working with a developer, your basis of your commission changes from what normal real estate agents think.
Sure.
I should receive this because I should receive this. Well, when you have something this large on one side, yeah, your money's change, I'll say. So a lot of and disclosures and all those
Right.
things.
Sure.
So I have, if I was standing on the outside looking in, I'd be going, well, I don't know. I don't know if I want to hand it over to Mark or somebody at my office. What am I going to get out of it? And am I going to do the best for my client? And that's the bottom line. Is I'm doing the best for my client as far as, gosh, I don't know the project.
Right.
And so how can I say, yeah, this is something that I would want you to get involved with or not get involved with?
Is this gonna be sold in phases?
It's going to be sold in phases. The Lakeshore Estate lots will probably sell out first. I am taking reservations on condos, and I do have a lot of reservations, and I do have some on the Lakeshore Estates properties. It's one of those things where, on a pink, wake up and I change my mind.
Yeah.
The work that's being constructed now and everything that's being done now is huge. I mean, the sewer lines are in, the storm drains are in, the lots are.
Put a lot of money in the dirt that nobody ever sees.
Yeah, and it's, those are the things that are finally, I mean, we're really close to getting that white report. And I was just talking to JP, who's the excavator and the contractor on the job. He talked to me yesterday and said, Mark, we're pretty close to pads on the condominium. So we're really, I would say 4 weeks out of just having that project as flat and clean and ready to go.
Good. Looking for occupancy.
I was talking
and I know this.
Well, it's some of
It's
the
a moving
things-
target.
Well, sometimes it's political because you're going through processes with the county.
Sure.
And, nothing moves. What I've learned on this project, and I'm sure you have.
Yes.
Somebody says June 1st, and that means August 1st.
Yes.
And so, I've learned now not to speak up and say,
Yeah.
oh yeah, we're going to be, because I've now watched it enough to go,
Right.
wait a minute.
Yeah, it's a 2-year project.
It's the only
We're
time
in
you
year
open your mouth
5,
is to
and
change feet,
we don't have a stick up.
Yeah, the Lakeview Estates, the home sites, those will probably be ready to actually close escrow in the fall.
Oh,
So
okay.
we'll have the
Nice
white
target.
report, and we're looking to get the utilities in, gas and electric and water. So going down that side of the road, that'll be curbs and gutters and
Right.
roads.
Yeah.
That I would suspect that all will be, somewhere towards the end of summer and the fall.
We'll replay this show next year and see how you.
Yeah, and I'll be much grayer. And
I have one more quick question to roll back a little bit to the realtor. So if I bring you my client and they don't buy your project,
no,
you're
they're
not
your
gonna-
client. They're your client. I'm never going to take your client.
Right. So you're not selling them anything other than
No.
this project.
No. If they walk into my office or walk in over there and they say I'm interested, and you say here's so and so,
Okay.
I'm not going to take your client.
Okay, Mark is with First Team.
And the website again is.
Well, they're your client.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I don't want any real estate agents looking at me as going, oh boy, a
Too
client.
small a
came in."
town, too small a
Yeah,
town.
no.
Well,
I
and
never have done
I
that.
ran into that.
No,
all
and that's
kinds of
why we
places.
wanted you to say it right out front, because it is important. There's a lot of mind work going on in
Yeah.
people's heads, He's going to captivate the whole audience and do
Right.
what he wants with it and things like that. And I hate thinking like that.
Yes.
Being an owner of an agency, as you are, it's really, trying to put that out for everybody in confidence and nothing to worry about. I mean, again, we all work very well together. I think it's an excellent program for all realtors, and they need to look at it as, it's an open book to them as well.
Yeah, no, the process, I did one of the board meetings, I did a stand-up,
Right,
and I went in
right.
and talked, and I'm trying to get the project, to where I can invite all the agents out, so
Yeah.
they can actually walk the property,
Nice.
see it, and it's getting close. I mean,
Good.
I'm I might just do a haphazard open house on Saturday, hang some signs out.
We got a new show here on TV, Big Bear, for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Open House Big Bear.
Yeah, and that was just, I'm just throwing it out. I'm not sure. You know, one of the other things I have is Big Bear Shores, the RV resort.
Right.
And so I'm cooking 500 hot dogs on 4th of July. And
Nice.
So yeah, I'll be a little bit tired.
What was that address again?
Yeah, well, and it's all free too. So.
Yeah.
Um,
One more time. Give us a phone number and the website.
Phone number is 909-289-0863, and the website is bblmpr.com.
One more time.
Phone number too?
Both of
Yes.
them.
909-289-0863, and the website is bblmpr.com.
Come on over to and talk to Mark and find out more about Marina Point. He's got nice packages to give out, tell you about everything, and get the straight scoop, not just what you hear on the street. Good answer.
Or in the paper.
Oh, yeah. We're going to go to commercial. We'll be back in just a minute and bring you up to date with where we're at so far this year on real estate stats here in Big Bear. Don't go anywhere.
Good job.
Thank you.